Friday, May the 3rd. This is the 1999 Carrera 996 that I have for sale for $12,500. The car is in pretty darn decent condition. The body looks great for a 20-year-old vehicle. I just washed it, so of course it looks as good as it's going to get right there. The front hood has some fading on it. It's my daily driver, so it sits outside. It's got Avis rims all the way around, staggered 235s in the front, 285s in the rear. Rims are in decent condition. Brembo calipers. I just had the discs and pads replaced all the way around about 4 months ago. For a classic, a 20-year-old car, it does show some signs of wear, you know, in the areas that you would expect it in. Driver's seat has a tear right there, but it's showing signs of some wear, but it's not all torn up. There's some signs of the clear coat fade on the roof as well. There's a couple spots up there that I put some clear coat on to preserve those. I had the weld tail wrapped. It's a carbon fiber type wrap on there. Jeremiah did that at Safe and Sound because the clear coat was fading. And there's a couple spots on the bumper where the clear coat has faded and it's peeled off. There's a scratch right there on that quarter panel. It was like that when I bought it. But overall, the old car looks pretty good. Nice and straight. It's got a couple little dings on the side of the vehicle on this side, and I don't think there's maybe one on the other side, a small ding. There's a scrape or a scrape on this quarter panel. A pan fell off the shelf in the garage and did that. You know, these little dimples are just chips on the paint from highway roads that blemish it. You can probably see the fading over this side a little bit easier. But again, for its age, it's in pretty good condition. It's not all busted up and faded all over. The dash is in good condition. The car had this Pioneer deck in it when I bought it, and it has XM on it. I haven't paid for the XM. I've kept the Pioneer deck. The touchscreen doesn't work the way it's supposed to, but the radio works great. It does have a hookup for an older Apple device, iPod type device to hook it up so you can listen to your own. And it's got a CD player up underneath the front hood that I'll show you. Back seats, of course, they're in phenomenal condition because it never got used. And in the back here, we have a 200-watt Rockford Fosgate amp that powers these two 8-inch punch speakers. There is a bass booster knob right here, so you can adjust the bass for the back speakers with that controller. It does have a modified exhaust. Open up the front and back. There you can see these speakers set up a little bit easier here. It's got a V-flow air intake. The front or the top end rebuild on the motor was done about 2 years ago. I probably have 18,000 miles on it. The rear struts were replaced on this car about 4 or 5 months ago. I put BILSTEIN sport struts in the back and new sway bars. In the front, instead of having a spare tire, we have a 400 watt Rockford Fosgate amplifier which powers all of the cabin speakers. It's in pretty good condition. I've kept the car fairly clean. Struts work on the hood, they work on the back. As I was saying, on this side of the vehicle, you may find one or two little blemishes on this side. But if you find one, then you're lucky. I think there's one right there. In the paint, little ding, slight right there. But I've taken really good care of the car. It's been a good runner. And I'm going to get the key. I should have grabbed the key. I'm going to get the key and fire it up so you can hear what the motor sounds like. No, thank you, baby. There it is. I just washed it so the belts might squeak a little bit, but it's got a great idle. I mean, it sits right where it's supposed to. Sometimes it goes down to about 600 RPMs, but the idle is fairly even, right about 800 RPM. I'm not touching the gas. That's an idle right there. You can hear that V-flow intake. It's pretty heavy. It's got a modified exhaust, so it gets a little loud sometimes. Especially when you get up past about 2,500 RPM, it does get a little loud. But it's got a great idle to it. The car never blows any smoke. And it never drops any fluid at all. So, I'll get another video of me driving it down the road so you can hear it running down the road. Button it up. Okay, that's our first video.